So your garlic is completely dry. The stems and everything, it is completely cured. What do we do next? This is the process of preparing your garlic for storage. When it comes to storing garlic, it's really personal preference on what is the easiest and best way for you. There are two methods that I do, and I'm going to be showing you both of those. This is soft neck garlic that I'm showing you on, but I'll show you how to prepare hard neck garlic. So the main thing that is crucial for storing your garlic is to remove the roots here. And I'm just going to take my pruning shears and take them off. If you leave the roots on, it will actually take some of the flavor out of the garlic. All right, and then the next part is basically just cleaning up your garlic. This is not crucial. You could completely store it dirty like this because I didn't clean it off after I took them out of the ground. But you know, it looks nice. So usually I remove the outer layer of skin, and that will show the nice white layer underneath. Whew, stuff's flying everywhere. Just like that. My son is right here. The next step that you can do is take a soft bristle brush or a toothbrush, works fine, and basically just kind of clean off the extra dirt. It is really important not to actually get your garlic wet, to like use water to clean it off, because it will cause it to rot and mold. So we want to keep our garlic very dry. To me, this is perfectly clean. I don't worry about every little, speck of dirt. Now, what do we do with the stems? This is where the preference of how to store your garlic comes in. If you want to braid your garlic, then leave the stem on. Soft neck garlics are typically easier to braid. Hard neck garlics, because they have a hard stem, are a bit harder to braid. It is possible though. So in a minute, I'll show you how to braid garlic. But if you want to not braid your garlic and just store it, for soft necks, you're going to cut it basically right there. For hard neck garlic, you're going to come up the stem actually a little bit to about like 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So once you've gotten your garlic to this point, great options for storing are egg cartons. You can place the garlic in the egg cartons, or lay them out in a single layer on like a tray. Or you can put them in, those mesh bags that sometimes garlic or onions will come in. You can store them in the mesh bags. Just make sure that there's proper airflow, that you're not putting them in like a plastic bag that doesn't have any airflow. So now I'm going to finish cleaning up all this garlic, and I'll show you how to braid, which is my personal favorite way to store garlic. So I've cleaned up all my garlic now. I'm going to show you how to braid the garlic. I'll be honest, I did a practice braid just before this video and it didn't turn out that great. So I'm not the best at this. Part of the problem though is I usually like to catch these when they're still like just a little bit pliable, like they're almost done curing, they're almost completely dry, but like they're still a little bit bendable. I just think it's easier to braid, and there's less chance of it breaking. I had quite a bit of the stalks trying to break on me when I braided the last one. We were on vacation though when they were curing, so I wasn't really able to catch them like where I would like them to be. So tip for you, this is a little bit easier if you just let it be slightly pliable. Make sure before you get started that you have 2 pieces of string, twine, yarn, anything like that for tying them. Some people don't use them, but I find it a little bit easier. So I'm going to lay my string down, and I'm going to place 3 garlic cloves along the bottom. First I cross the 2 lower ones, and then I place one in the center like this. And I'm just going to tie these together. Hopefully this one turns out better than the last one I just did. Just had a few more break on me just now, so let's see how this goes. This is basically French braiding. I French braided my hair, in preparation for this video. So what we're going to do is we're always going to place when we place the garlic clove, which I'm going to place this one here, I'm always going to have the one that I'm adding to the pile, I'm going to have it always go up the center here, like that. And then what we're going to do is always take the one on the very bottom, which is this one here. I'm going to bring it over and add it to the, make it the center. Stuff's trying to break on me. I'm going to add one right here, and it's going to go up the center. Now we're going to take this one into the middle. After a while, you just kind of get the hang of this. And actually, I'm going to add two because there's a big space there. Okay, bottom one is this one. Bring it to the center. And I alternate sides where I add the garlic. This one doesn't have a very long one, so hopefully that works out okay. Many gray cloves left to add. I try to avoid cloves that have split, such as this one, because they won't store quite as long. I try to use those first. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just finish this off now by just braiding it a few times. See how it's trying to rip there? I got one of the cloves down there trying to rip on me too. Learned my lesson that going on vacation in summer is just really tough. It's tricky. No matter when I go, it's never a great time. That's not tight. I might have to do it again, but you kind of get the point. And there you have it, my braided garlic, which, like I said, is not the prettiest you've probably seen, but I still think it's beautiful. This is my favorite way to store garlic, and I'll just hang this up in my kitchen. Whenever I want a clove, I will actually just take off. You can just take them individually. I don't like doing that. I just will trim off the whole bulb and then just store that one somewhere and just take off cloves off of that one as I need them. I always feel like I'm in Italy whenever I see these hanging up in my kitchen. They're just so beautiful, and it just makes the kitchen so fragrant. So I hope that this was helpful. If you learned something new, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button while you're at it if you haven't already. And like always, go out and grow something. God bless.